best man is Sir James Chilton.
Before I start, we've got a telegram here from Liz and Craig, who have sent congratulations from your great aunts Faye and Ray and your family in California. We wish you could be with you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I just start by saying, my line has been stolen twice already, how absolutely lovely and gorgeous Helen is looking today. She's been absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you'll all agree this has been a fantastic start to Neil and Helen's lavish wedding extravaganza. Before I go, oh no, wrong bit, sorry. The benefit of you that don't know me, I'm James, also known as Chilty. I'm Neil's best man. I've had the pleasure of knowing Neil for 18 years or so now, I think it is, so I'm sure you'll be relieved to hear I only plan to say a few words on this matter. I had originally written a very long and hilarious speech. For some reason Neil insisted I take out all of the gay jokes. Anyway, it's a great honour to be asked by Neil to be his best man. But before I undertake the customary duty of giving Neil an uncomfortable few minutes, I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say a big thank you to Neil, Helen and their respective families for their very generous hospitality. And long may it continue. It is also part of my official duty to thank Helen's bridesmaid, Sarah, who has clearly done an excellent job so far and looks absolutely fabulous. Of course, only surpassed by the Russian bride. This is the point in my speech where I'm supposed to sing the groom's praises and tell you all about his good points. Unfortunately, I can't sing, and I won't lie. So instead, I have to tell you what Neil is really like. So here goes. No, unfortunately, despite copious amounts of material, when it came down to it, there are very few stories that I can tell about Neil, also known as Lashley, which are both suitable for a wedding and, more importantly, don't incriminate me. So, fortunately for Lashley, the "This is God's come to the pub at 8 a.m. story remains close to our secret. In the absence of being able to disclose any of Neil's sordid past, I can tell you that Neil had moved in with me 5 or 6 times over the course of time, and I can't fail to share my relief when he finally moved in with a girl. Having asked around Neil's friends, I was pleased to hear that they too shared in my concerns. Seriously, having asked around Neil's friends, the responses were, he's a great friend. That was my one. Incredibly laid back and work shy. That's pretty much everyone else. A gentleman, warm, kind, polite, very generous, always eager to please, and that was the bar staff in the leather bottom. I could go on, but I barely found a person who had a bad word to say about Neil. What I can say for sure is it would take a very special lady to capture Neil's heart. And that special lady is poor Helen. I've known Helen for 8 or so years now, and I'd like to say, Neil, you are a very lucky man marrying Helen today. We're blessed to have such a close group of friends, and we all agree, and I'm sure you all agree, that Helen has been a fantastic fit into our circle. I genuinely believe that marriage will be a wonderful thing for Neil. It will teach him self-restraint and control. Hopefully develop in him a sense of responsibility and fair play, and so many other qualities he simply wouldn't have needed had he just stayed single. Before I finish, I understand it's customary for the best man to share with the groom some words of wisdom on marriage. Firstly, Neil, set the ground rules early on to establish your points. Saying that, explaining to your wife-to-be that the reason the cleaner didn't iron her shirts was because she'd done Helen's washing up was an interesting way to start. It's true. Secondly, never forget to say those 3 magical words every day for the rest of your life. Yes, you're right, dear. Now, I know just how much effort Helen has put in today, and it did strike me as being a little unfair that we all get this fantastic reception. But most importantly, considering that the ushers get obscenely generous gifts from places such as Cartier, Ralph Lauren, Edinburgh Woolen Shop, Worcestershire. Anyhow, I'd like to finish off by congratulating the happy couple, Neil and Helen. All of us here who've been lucky enough to spend time in their company know what a great couple they are together. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief, to invite you all to stand once more and raise your glasses in a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Neil Duncan. Bride and groom.